I am a somewhat well-known Minecraft hater. Back in 2019, I played Minecraft for the very first time. I was in college and a bunch of my friends had this thing called a realm on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. I've since learned that Java players can't handle it when someone plays on Bedrock Edition. That aside, we had people playing on console and PC, so Bedrock was our one option if we wanted to play together. Wanting an excuse to hang out with my friends, I decided I would join in playing what was, in my mind, an inferior version to Terraria. And after playing on that world with a certain level of consistency for about 2 years, I was affirmed in that belief. Jumping into the world with a whole lot of nothing, I found myself bored quite quickly. My lack of knowledge in the game, combined with losing everything I had upon death and then having no idea how to find where I had died, resulted in me not making a lot of progress and generally feeling demotivated. When I tried to build, creepers would constantly spawn behind me and blow up what I was constructing. It wasn't until another friend, looking to gain my favor for nefarious reasons we're not going to get into, gave me fully enchanted netherite gear, that I started enjoying the game for the first time. This resulted in my Minecraft experience being a combination of two things: a struggling noob and an unstoppable killing machine with no in-between. You might think that this was a bad thing, but at the time, I didn't. I was ready to quit and find other ways to hang out with my friends after the first 5 or so hours, but when I was fully equipped, I felt free to actually do things that I wanted to do in the game and so stuck around. So, was I right? Or was my Minecraft experience tainted? Should I have struggled through it? Well, this is where something totally unexpected happened to me. I got married! Now just follow me for a moment. Today's video is sponsored by Coopert. Coopert is your online shopping friend, finding coupons wherever you might shop. I'm sure you already understand pretty much exactly how this works, but if you don't, Coopert is a Chrome extension you can install to find coupons for wherever you shop, finding the best deals for all sorts of products. Not only that, but you get cashback rewards whenever you shop using their platform. Now, if you spend any time on the internet, you probably think this is just another version of Honey, and in many ways, that's exactly what it is. But unlike Honey, it doesn't steal referral links from creators, so you can shop with Coopert knowing that you won't be stealing income from your favorite creators. But Coopert isn't just an online coupon finder. If you check out their website, they have tons of offerings for making some spending money. Whether it's playing a game or taking a survey, there are all kinds of ways you can earn a little extra cash. Like, look at this offer, where I could earn a couple $100 for playing this game. It's not totally free though. Coopert is transparent with what you will need to do to earn the amount advertised, and looking at some of these requirements, it could require a bit of time, and some of them are smaller payouts than you'd be required to spend in order to get them in the first place. So of course, use your smarts on this platform to find the best deals and offers for you, and be sure to use my links in the description or in the pinned comment below to try out Coopert today. See, my wife isn't exactly a gamer. She played a couple of simpler games when she was younger, but generally doesn't touch video games. One day, while she was waiting around for something, she pulled out her phone and started playing Minecraft again for the first time in a little while. Now, she didn't get addicted, if that's where you think this is going, but what she did do was spend some 30 minutes showing me everything she has done in her world, and it fundamentally changed how I view Minecraft, and made me realize that, perhaps, this whole time, it was me who was the problem all along. See, my wife hasn't played the latest update all that much, and most of her time spent in Minecraft was likely spent during its earlier versions. Even so, she was quite proud of her world and everything she had done. What had she done? She had made a house, a pretty house. She found a cherry blossom grove and planted her own trees nearby. She collected dogs and cats and enjoyed having them around her home. And, well, that was basically it. She didn't know about maps, so she made cobblestone paths wherever she traveled so she wouldn't run the risk of getting lost. Her gear was iron at best, but she would toggle peaceful mode off and on because the mobs frightened her. Whenever she turned off peaceful mode, she made sure to have dogs with her because she loved how they would attack mobs with her, and she was sad to see them die. She was just starting to figure out how to trade with villagers, and while having no idea if it would be useful or not, she was terrified of this tall white thing that she encountered in a village that had brutally slain her after she accidentally whacked it. And that was pretty much it. She wasn't sure what the point of the game was, but she was so proud of what she was doing and thoroughly enjoyed her world. And it opened my eyes to something I have been missing with Minecraft that I have understood for a long time with Terraria. When I played Terraria for a whole year, the objective was to slow down my time in the game and really enjoy each section. Going into it, I figured it would be a slog, a grind, something I would probably struggle to finish, but on the other side of it, I found not only was that not the case, but I enjoyed Terraria even more after completing the run than before. Her experience made me realize something. Some of you, when you heard me talk about how I was in a bit of a death loop when I first played Minecraft and how creepers kept blowing up my home, likely thought that I simply needed to get good. Not only are you wrong, but that very mentality is what leads you and me to burn out and stop enjoying the games that we play. Let me ask you, do you look more fondly on your time with Terraria or Minecraft when you were still learning more about the game, when you didn't know everything, or after you had conquered and researched everything and were now in a cycle of beating the game over and over again? Now, people enjoy games differently, don't get me wrong. Some people enjoy power fantasy, some like the mystery, some like perfecting their craft, some just want to relax. But I would argue, no matter which kind of gamer you are, you probably enjoyed your earlier experiences with the game more than your later ones. And if you could, you would absolutely forget everything so you could play the game fresh again. As human beings, we love learning things. We absorb knowledge and always want to know more. Once we feel like we know everything, we quickly get bored because there is no longer anything new to experience, nothing that surprises us, nothing that thrills us. So, we move on to the next thing. It's why games like Minecraft and Terraria are still so popular, because they keep releasing updates that give their player base a repeated sense of new. If either of them had stopped making new updates, then the games would likely have died a long time ago, or else had significantly smaller die-hard communities. Mods are another way that you can get a taste of the new, but we're not going to focus on that because the vast majority of people who play games never touch mods, and those who do play mods end up making the same mistakes with mods as they make with a vanilla game. They complete and learn everything and then repeat the cycle with new mods. This sense, this belief, this objective of always becoming better or getting good is what holds us back from truly ever enjoying games. Rather than trying to get good, what we should be doing is looking at what the game provides and thinking, how can I mess with this? What fun can be squeezed from it? Stop looking at the end goal. Stop looking for the finish line. Stop trying to complete the game. You're doing it wrong. Even with linear games, I'd imagine we're still making a beeline oftentimes to the final goal. All of this has made me realize that the loudest voices in the Minecraft and Terraria communities are often not the ones that either these games are catering to, nor should they cater to them. As a YouTuber, one hard lesson I had to learn very early on was that I should never take the advice of my audience. Now, there are suggestions that are genuinely good, but generally speaking, the people watching you don't know your content, or more importantly, your audience as well as you do. You watching this video have your own reasons for clicking on it, your own reasons for watching to this point. Maybe you're bored, maybe I'm on the TV while you work on other things and you're not paying any attention. Or maybe you find I have some actual insight for some reason. Whatever your reason, you likely assume everyone else watching this video has the same reason as you do for watching it. In the same way, when we play games like Minecraft and Terraria, we likely assume most people play the game similar to us, and in a way, we're not wrong, but that's only because we've gotten involved in the online community. And those of us who are part of this community are the diehards, the people who dove the deepest into the metaphorical rabbit hole. As much as we might be tempted to think it, we are not the majority. It's hard to say exactly how many people regularly watch Minecraft videos versus how many just play Minecraft. Same with Terraria, although I'd be willing to bet more people have played Terraria without watching any Terraria content than people who play Minecraft and who didn't watch Minecraft content. That aside, the developers, Relogic and Mojang, will always be better off when they stop listening to the audience and focus on making their game the best it can be. They are the ones who created it after all, and if we enjoyed their initial creation, then we'll probably enjoy what they'd like to add to it. That's far from always being the case. Nobody bats 100. There will be mistakes, fumbles, and revisions, but one thing I can't help but notice is that Minecraft seems to be doing so much better now that they stopped having the mob votes. No longer are people getting split over content that could have been added that never will be added. People are not tearing each other apart over differing opinions or calling Mojang lazy idiots for refusing to simply add everything that the people could be voting for. But since removing the votes, Mojang seems to be adding a lot of good features, including ones that nobody ever asked for or knew they needed, as well as a number of things people have quietly wanted this whole time. Just not an end update. They still aren't making that. Make an end update, Mojang, come on! Realogic, to the best of my knowledge, has never really had this problem. I can't recall a time there were votes on what content should be added, although the developers have created an easy way to send them requests. Have all these requests necessarily been good for the game? Well, it's hard to say, and it's also hard to say how many they ignored and how many they actually ended up implementing. Fundamentally, Minecraft and Terraria are different games with different problems that arise from fan suggestions, but however many good suggestions fans might have provided to Terraria, the ones I've always found most interesting were the ones Realogic added because they thought it was a good idea. The developers should always be the ones trusted with the development of their own game. Of course, it's not like they can ignore their audience. Sometimes we genuinely have good ideas. The problems arise when they start listening to their most vocal fans. Instead of making a game that's increasingly more catered toward the audience they have captured, they start making a game catered towards their die-hard fans. And that's often not what everybody wants and can result in alienating their more core, casual audience. And in the case of Minecraft, there is a very large number of people who play that game who are like my wife. Very, very casual, who, in the big picture, know little to nothing about the game, and yet thoroughly enjoy it simply because they like the little things. Collecting animals, building a cozy home. People like my wife are the people that Minecraft is trying to build their game for, not for the sweaty players who kill the end dragon on the first day and can't stand playing the game without an elytra strapped to their back. Similar to me. Terraria might be a bit different in that most of the remaining audience of people who play it are probably those who are more deeply involved. Terraria is a lot harder to play casually, if we're going to be honest, but there's still a lot that can be done as a casual player, once that player learns how to survive for more than 5 minutes. For either game, I think we would all benefit from taking a page from the book of the noob, from the casual player. The only reason they play games is for fun. They never felt the desire to optimize the fun out of these games, nor the need to learn everything they could. They were content to enjoy the process of learning, the process of gradually building things up. They have fun by simply experiencing and playing the game itself. It was never about reaching the end. They have small goals, probably, but oftentimes they, like my wife, probably don't even know what the point of the game is. If there is an objective, they don't know it, and they are happy to stumble across it when it presents itself. So, where does that leave us? You, me, and anyone who has already learned everything they can about their favorite games. What do we do? Can we ever truly enjoy the game again now that we know everything? Well, like I mentioned before, when I played Terraria for a year, I ended up loving the game more on the other side of it than I had before. Terraria was my favorite game before I did that, and I'd spent thousands of hours in it already, but that experience cemented it in my mind as my favorite game of all time. It's not too late for us who know everything. In fact, our knowledge now allows us to be even more creative with the features and tools in our hands. Look at the people like those from the Hermitcraft server, people who have spent thousands of hours in the game and yet keep finding new things to do and ways to have fun in the game. Sure, they are multiplayer and friends always help, but I'd argue that friends are not required to continue having fun. So how was I wrong about Minecraft? I wrote it off as an unfun 3D version of Terraria with fewer items, fewer enemies, fewer biomes, fewer blocks, fewer tools, fewer bosses, fewer... Wait, where was I going with this? I wrote it off as unfun when I never truly experienced the game the, quote, right way. And the right way to experience any game is the way that you think is the most fun. Maybe what I'm talking about makes no sense to you, or maybe you can't muster the patience to make it work, but let your eyes be filled with wonder as you gaze upon the world in front of you. Stop doing things the best way and start doing things the fun way.